Daniel Lasco's this year, his running style. He seems to be a far more physical runner. And
Yeah.
how does that happen? How much of it is the improvement of the offensive line, and how much is just him changing the way he runs the ball?
And in my opinion, I think all of it's just him. This past summer, he was harped on becoming a running back to the strength that he's strong to, and that's exactly it. Just running hard, running downhill, and running fast. He found that during the summer. He found that that's his best style of running. So when he when he realized that, I guess during summer camp, he was like, he just brought it up. He decided to be a good running back then and there.
And is it night and day from last year, his production and what you guys expect out of him now, and how he can carry the offense at times?
I feel like from last year it was more of he had to fill big shoes. He was Daniel Lasco. We all expected him to be good last year, but this year he feels like more confident in himself as far as trying to get everything done, trying to be a good running back for us.
Chris, there's a lot made about the speech you gave at after the Stanford game last year. You talk about going from that to now being a Hail Mary away from being 4-0.
I'm sorry, okay, you go more into depth in that question?
Can you talk about going from that kind of impassioned speech of being pretty upset to now being a Hail Mary away from being 4-0?
Yeah. Well, at the end of the time, we were 11-1. We just finished the season. The locker room environment was bad. Just everything was bad. So I guess I felt like I was out of place when I was talking at that time. But then and there, I saw my teammates just getting really mad, riled up. Just someone had to say something, so I did. And from then, it's been night and day as far as how hard we worked in the summer, how hard we worked coming up to this point. So we're not really shocked that we're almost like you said, 4-0. But we're still hungry. We want to get there.
Basically, since Northwestern to now, the running game has improved dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that is, or can you explain that at all?
We're getting told after the Northwestern game that our running game wasn't nearly as good as we hoped it was. We, of course, picked it up. But even then, we've schemed against opponents. We've brought in new plays. We've thought of different ways to get after it, at least running the ball.
Chris, it looks like WSU's front seven is the strength of their defense, and their defensive line in particular. I think they had 7 sacks of Mariota a couple weeks ago. Did that get your attention? And when you watch them on tape, what strikes you about how good they are?
I saw their film, and everything you just said was right. The drive where they had nearly 3 sacks in a row was eye-opening. But it wasn't the fact that they just beat up on their O-line. Oregon's offensive line wasn't keeping up with them, but the fact that all these blitzes just kept beating them at that, they weren't communicating. You can tell up front, and they weren't prepared for that kind of defense. But given the time and the way we work here up front, we'll be ready for them.
Are they as good a defensive front as you've seen so far, do you think?
I think they'll be one of the better defenses we've played, for sure. At least as far as up front goes, yeah.
Chris, a lot has been made about kind of how the Cal defense has done. Can you talk about the offense? I mean, it seems like you guys have one of the best offenses in the country. How do you feel, or how would you grade the offense and how it's done so far?
I'm a very critical person, especially when it comes up front. But as far as our offense goes, overall, I think we're doing really well. I wouldn't say it's been a shock on how many points we've been putting up, but we are kind of shaking up ourselves, thinking like, wow, we know what kind of offense we are, and I think we're starting to get that. If I give a grade for the offense, I think it'll be probably a B+, A-, as far as how well we're doing, or how well it's been, but we can get a lot better.
As an offense, what's the mindset going into a game against another explosive offense, 2 teams that are prone to score a lot of points?
Well, every game it's that we want to score the most points. We want to score as many times as we can. But knowing that we're going against a team like this, it kind of riled me up knowing that, yeah, we're going to be pretty much the center or the highlight of the team trying to win this game. And defense is going to make stops. I know that for sure. But we're going on to score every drive we get.